Virgo.
Hello Virgo, this is your forecast for 2014 and Happy New Year. Now this year is going to be a very strong year in so many ways for you, as there is a pivotal point of something cresting, really wanting to transform your life. And for you, we're going to be looking at exactly that area for you. Now, Pluto and Uranus, we've been talking about how they've been working over our lives, and the squares that we've been having, and we're going to have 2 more of those squares here this year. And so it won't be that rough, maybe as it was in 2013, because they were like new energies trying to nudge us. Now that you have already a little feel of what's going on in your life, you're going to recognize it when it comes, and I see it more so giving you the opportunity to work through these major changes. Now for you, that will appear in your love life. We have Pluto transiting your 5th house for love and romance. It also rules the area of creative projects, things that you want to start with. Some of you might even want to think about starting a business. And it also rules the area of children. So within these 3 areas, you will see how things are going to start coming forward in a way as you're releasing what it is you have jointly with others. This is where Uranus is at, your 8th house. Joint ventures, joint accounts, joint finances. It could be the way you look at your investments, the way you have shared your resources with somebody in the past, where you might now start liberating from it, pulling back from it, or doing it in a new way. Now, Uranus will always allow those good things that we have in our life to continue to remain so, untouched. The only thing it's going to touch is the weakest chain, or the weakest link in the chain, so to speak. So those things that need to go, they need to go, because Uranus is looking out for your higher good. The same thing there goes with Pluto. And Pluto is transformation. It is all the new things that we bring into life. But before the new can start, some of the old needs to go. So that can only be a good thing too. But when they're squaring one another, if we're not aware, we can see change come at us. And if we're unprepared, sure, that can jar us just a little bit. But when we are prepared, we're forewarned and forearmed, and we can get in there and make those changes work for us. This is what we want to focus on, how you can empower yourself this year. Now let's just start a little bit here on top of the year. It's New Year's. We got the sun, the new moon. The new moon, very powerful here this year. We have Pluto, Mercury, and also Venus, all in this area of the 5th house. Love, romance, creativity, businesses that you can start yourself, children. Now, when we have a powerhouse of planets traveling together this way, we call it a stellium. And in the stellium here, this is where the focus is going to be affecting you throughout the entire year, even though these planets will start filtering away, but they will lay there at the bottom of the chart for 2014, and you will catch up with them later on as aspects transit this house. We have now Jupiter here, still in your 11th house. This is opposing the 5th house. It's been here for most of 2013, half that year, and we still have it until July of 2015. And so Jupiter beaming here across the scope to your 5th house is wanting to expand this area for you. So it isn't necessarily a difficult opposition. Jupiter is always generous no matter what, but it's going to bring some fairness, some balance into your life. There might also be new people coming in, as the 11th house is hopes, dreams, wishes, friendships, and also everything that rules communication over the wires, over the net. It's those social circles that we have. So you might see how you might be expanding in these fields here in 2014. Now, we're going to pay attention to Mars. Mars takes 2 years to go around the horoscope once. Now here for 2014, 7 out of the 12 months, it's only going to be moving through one sign, and that is Libra. So from January straight through the end of July, July 24th, it is going to be cruising your second house of money and income. So Mars is our drive, our ambition, it's our action. It is where we put our energy towards, and you're putting it towards your income, wanting to tweak it, improve it, expand it, do what you can to create a good focus. And when the universe is giving you 7 months, not the normal 6 weeks where it normally takes to go through a house, well, then it is because the universe is wanting you to work and pay attention to this very area of your life. Now, the second house is income, the salary that we get every month, but it's also our self-worth, how we feel about ourselves, those important things that mean a lot to us, that can grow our self-esteem and so forth. And being in the sign of Libra, Libra is Venus ruled, and the house itself is Taurus ruled also by Venus. So there's like this double Venus energy in here that Mars is going to be working with. Now that can only be a good thing. Those two are wonderful when they work together. They will harmonize, and for 7 months you're going to see how the inner and outer you, or the male-female side of you, can come together and streamline this area. Now, until July 24th, this is where she's going to be, or he's going to be, should I say, and then Mars is going to move into your third house and remain there until September 14th. Now, third house is all about communication. It is travel. It represents our siblings, and our day-to-day activities. It's knowledge, it's information, it's communication. So Mars is going to be really busy here at getting this area of your life up and going, and you might see yourself on some short trips around that time. From September 14th and to October 27th, Mars is going to be touring your fourth house. That is the past, it is your home, it's your residence and real estate. It's how we see ourselves within, deeply within our inner core. It goes down to our roots, where we come from, family traditions, the past, the way past, which could also mean previous incarnations. This is where things now, Mars is going to be working at to see how things can come up and refine itself and do some work. Mars loves to work, right? It's fiery. So from October 27th until December 4th, this is going to be a time here where you are going to be moving into the area of relationships. You will see how your relationships now can become on fire, and Mars in the fifth house here will be joining up with all those planets that were there on top of the year, that stellium that we spoke about. And now Mars is going to be moving over the very degrees of where those planets were. And that will activate those points. And like I said, that stellium has the power to lay with you. It's like a new natal chart for 2014. So Mars is going to activate the Sun, Mercury, Pluto, Venus retrograde, and the Sun, of course. And in the area of love and relationships, well, some of you might find new love at this period. This will be from October 27th to December 4th, and then you will see how things are going to actually expand here. You might take some initiation. That's what Mars does. It's not a passive planet. It's not like Venus that just wants to receive and share love, but Mars is actually the instigator. And so you might find yourself here doing things, saying things, taking action in ways that you normally don't do. But it's good though. And some of you may also be thinking about wanting to start a business. Well, having Mars here in this part of your chart can actually behoove you, because it will imprint the ability to have focus and have drive to complete the tasks. You can put in like a 48-hour day instead of a 24-hour day, because your energy is going to be running high here. And also you might find that your children might be needing more of your attention, or that you will be needing more of their attention, perhaps too, since this also rules the area of children. Now, from December 6th and throughout the rest of 2014, you will have Mars in the 6th house for health, your daily routines, streamlining, how you can improve, how you can create more efficiency. And some of you will also say that your health might be a little bit more pinpointed or focused upon. A great time to start a diet, for example, where you can get that kick-started energy with Mars pushing you ahead. So that's the aspects, the tour of Mars in your chart here for 2014. But we also want to speak a little bit about how you can get things up and running by just observing. One thing is to be the participant in your life. We all participate in our life. But when things get a little bit on the rough edges here, it's important to learn how to detach just a little bit and become the observer rather than the participant. Because these Mars and these Uranus, Pluto energies, they can really whip up a storm here. And if you can detach enough so that you could just be the observer and see, then you won't go through the emotional upheavals of it. You know, when we don't have control, well, then we can feel a little uneasy. But when we just observe, there's no emotion in that. That's simply just seeing what's happening. When you do that, you can cut through very easily. So that's a good technique to have with you here this year, 2014, as you create your life. It's going to be an exciting year here for you, Virgo. And we know how you're a perfectionist. You like things in order, right? So the new order coming in, the more you're ahead of the game, the easier it's going to be for you to put things into these new places. This is what the universe wants for you. So whatever 2014 now is shifting for you, you will see the final consequence here in 2015 when we have the last two squares of these two planets. They've been ruling us and playing havoc with us here, 2011, 12, 13. So it's a long haul thing. So hey, go listen to your moon and rising sign so you can get a little bit more insight as to what you can expect here in 2014. It will just give you a different angle of the scope. And I will see you here next month. So make sure that you subscribe so you get your videos now into your inbox. Bye for now.